we say square numbers. For example, look at here. How do you read it? 4 power 2. How do you read this 4 power 2? We call it square. So you can see here power 2, right? This is, okay. I think, oh, okay. Thank you. So you can see here power 2. This power 2 is called square. And this power 2 means, this square means the same number is multiplied 2 times. Understand? So which is 16. Now this 16 is a square number because we get these square numbers by multiplying the same numbers 2 times. Like 9 is square. Okay, look at here. Next example, 9 is square. This is 9 power 2. So this power 2 don't read as 9 power 2, okay? 9 power 2 we read as 9 square. Understand? How do you read? Read, how do you read it? Say everyone, 9 is square. Okay? 9 square means 9 times 9, which is 81. Now this 81 is your square number. Understand? Similarly, another example, look at here, 16 square. So this 16 has power 2, but we don't read as 16 power 2, okay? We read it as 16 square, which means 16 times 16, which is 256. Now, our square number here is 16, 81, and 256. They are square numbers. Understand, right? Similarly, if you know the squares, now we have a root. So look at this. This symbol we call root is called radical. Root under 4 means 2. How do you know root under 4 is 2? Because 2 square is 4. That's why 2 is the square root of 4. Okay? So how do you read this? We read as square root of 4. How do you read this? Square root of 4. Similarly, what is 3? 3 is the square root of what? 3 is the square root of what? 9. Because 3 square is 9. So how do you read this? Square root of 9. We read it square root of 9. Now what is the 8 is the square root of what number? 8 is the square root of what number? 64. Why? Because 8 square makes 64. Similarly, 12 is the square root of what number? 144. Because 12 square is 144. So we get root under 144 is 12. Understand, right? Similarly, 1 square is 1. So 1 is the square root of what? 1, right? Square root of 1 is 1. 0 is the square root of what? 0. Understand? So you already know what is square. You already know what is square root. But sometimes you make mistake while reading the square roots. You have to read like square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 9 is 3. Square root of 64 is 8. Square root of 144 is 12. Understand? Yes, this is how you read the square roots. Okay, so now you got the worksheet already, which is very, very easy for you. And you are going to look into that worksheet and we will do on it. Okay, everyone? So the first one, I think I should share another screen. Okay. So I will be sharing my worksheet. Where is my worksheet? Okay. No. How do you move to another window? Move to new window? Right? Okay. Okay, where is my this? Oh, here. No. Oh, it is in the. I think I haven't shared my screen. Share my screen. No. This. No. Sign in again. Okay. Here. Okay. Very hard. Okay. Now everyone can see. Can you see my worksheet? Not share. Okay. Window. This. Okay. Okay, now you write your nickname here. Understand? And look at here. Can you read number 1? Can you read number 1, everyone? From the list of numbers. So these are the list of numbers here, random numbers. From this list of numbers, what do you find in number A? Read number A. Write down. Okay? Is 2 a square number? Do you write 2 here? Is 2 a square number? Yes or no? No. 6 a square number? 11? 14? 16? No? 16 is a square number because 16 you get by 4 squares. So 16 is a square number. 18? 24? 24 is a square number? 25? Because 25 is a 5 square, so we get 25. Understand? Do you understand number A? Okay, read number B. Everyone read number B. Write down square root. Now we have a square root of 36, which we write as root under 36. What is the root under 36? 6. Easy? Now, okay. Not yet. We have so many work. Read question number 2. Write down the value of 3 square is? Yes, 3 times 3, which is 9. Can you read B? What is this? 7. What is this? Squared. 7 squared means write in the numeral first. 7 is square. Okay? Which is how much? 49. Understand? So look at here how you read the square number. 7 square. Don't say 7 power 2, okay? What is this? How do you read this? 8 what? 8 what? Students, I'm asking you something. 8 what? I ask you, how do you read this? 8 square. I'm asking you how to read this. 8 square. So, okay, listen to the questions properly. What am I asking? It is 8 square. I didn't ask you what is answer. I say, how do you read it? If you don't know how to read, how will you speak, isn't it? 8 square. How you read it? Okay, so what is the answer now? 8 square is 64. Now, next question is number D. Read, what is this? 10 square. So, 10 square means 10 and you have power 2. But we don't read as 10 power 2. We read as 10 square. Only you should know square means power 2. How much is 10 square? 100. Okay? Reading is important. Otherwise, you will not understand what I am telling you. Okay, how do you read this one, number E? Everyone, how do you read it? 12 square, which is 12 times 12. How much is it? 144. Okay? Understand? Good. So it was easy work. Now let us find the square root of the given numbers, which are very easy. And can you read the instruction here? Find what? The square root following, and only positive square root. Now we will write only one square root, that is positive square root, okay? I haven't taught you the negative one, so we will first write only positive today. For example, how do you read number 1? Okay, I told you how to read this before. How do you read this? Now this is root under 64, or you read as root 64. How do you read? Yes, this is a square root, right? This is a square root. So we call it root 64 is how much? 8, because 64 is 8 square, so we get 8. Understand? Yes? How do you read number 2? Root 36. How much is root 36? 36 is 6 square, so we get 6. So these are easy square roots. You can directly write the answer. But please remember how to read these numbers also, okay? How do you read number 3? Root 9. Root 9 is how much? 3. Number 4, what is this? I said, what is this? How do you read? Root 49 is 7. Number 5, what is this? Root 1 is 1. Yes? Number 6, what is this? Root 121 is how much? 11. Number 7, what is this? Root 16 is 4. Number 8, what is this? Root 25 is 5. Getting easier now, right? You feeling easy? Number 9, what is this? 0. Root 0 is 0. Number 10, read this. Root 100 is 10. Number 11, read. How do you read this? Root 64 over 100. Also can be written as root 64 over root 100. Okay? You can separate them in the fraction. So how much is root 64? 8. Root 100? 10. So this is just, we are finding the square root. So just write like this. Okay? Right now don't reduce. We are not simplifying. Do not simplify. Number 12. So we can write them root 4 over root 25. How much is root 4? 2. How much is root 25? 5. Now we have root 1 over root 4. How much is this? Root 1 is? Root 4 is? 2. Getting easier? Number 14 is root 9 over root 7. How much is root 9? This is 49, not 7. Three over 7. Question number 15. We can write this as root 81 over root 144. Root 81 is 9. Root 144 is 12. Do not simplify, okay? Because we are just finding the square root. Number 16 is root 36 over root 9. How much is root 36? Root 9? 3. Number 17. What is root 121? 11, right? And we have minus it outside, so we have minus 11. Okay? How about minus root 16? How much is it? Minus 4. Can you read this? Number 19. Read. How do you read it? Minus root 144. Answer is minus 12. How do you read question number 20? Minus root 25 is minus 5. Understand? Yes? Now what is our next exercise? Can you read this? Can you read the topic? Prime, read prime, factorization method. Everyone read again. I will not start until you read, everyone. What is this? Prime. Read loudly. Everyone read prime. Factorization method. What do you mean by prime? You know the prime numbers? You know prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and so on. They are prime numbers. What are these? Prime numbers. Do you know prime numbers? You don't know? These are prime numbers. So these numbers we will use to factorize. Okay? So what is prime factorization method? This is prime factorization method. Prime factorization method. We factorize by using prime numbers. And this is also prime factorization method, but this we call it factor tree. Okay? We call it factor tree. Understand? Prime factorization can be shown in two ways. One by division method, one by factor tree. Okay? But I will use this one. Easy. Okay, look at here. Now this 2 is example, 196 and 84 is an example how you look at the prime factorization method. Let us see our question. Read the question. Use. Can you read? Use. Everyone please focus. You are talking to your friends. Stop talking now, okay? Read. Use. See, you don't know how to read. Because you are talking to your friends, so you don't know how to read again. Read again. Prime. How do you read? Factorization. Method. Read again. Prime. Factorization. Method. How do you read again? Read again. Okay, girls. Girls, stand up. Only girls stand up first. I want to hear your voice. Stand up to read. You don't know stand up means? Girls only, not boys. Only girls. I want to first girls and then boys. Girls. Yes. I'm sorry. Okay, read. Prime factorization method. One more time. Prime factorization method. Why don't you read like this before? Sit down. Now boys' turn. Boys, stand up. No more noise. Prime factorization method. One more time. Prime factorization method. Sit down. Practice reading, okay? Now what is this? We find the square root. Find the square root. What we find? Find the square root. Okay? Let us practice number 1. Can you see the screen clearly? Yes? Okay. Let me show you here. What is number 1 question? What is number 1 question? 225. Okay? How do you prime factorize? We prime factorize 225. So look at here. What is the last number? What is the last number? 5. If the last number is 5, the best way to factorize is 5. Okay? 5, how many you can divide? 4 are 20, right? Remainder is 2. So we have 2, 5, 25. 5, how many times 25? 5, how many times 25? 5. Understand? 5, 45 are 225. 5, again 45 can be divided by 5. How many? 5, how many times? 9. Who is saying 3? Who said 3? At least he is focusing on the screen. Okay, 9. 9 can be divided by 3, 3. So this is prime factorization method. Understand? Yes? What we have to find? We have to find the square root. Square root of what? Of 225 is equals to, how to write the square root of 225 is root 225. Do you understand? Yes? Okay. So square root of 225, I will write over here, is equals to 225 can be written as 5 times 5 times 3 times 3. Understand? Yes, because in the factorizations we found 5 times 5 times 3 times 3 makes 225. Okay? Yes? So now here what we do? We group together 5 times 5, 3 times 3. So we found 5 square. Okay? Now we can separate the squares with the root and 3 square. Do you understand this? Shh. Stop talking. So if you use the factor tree like this, you get the same answer, okay? But I'm using the factorization method, okay? Division method. So did you find for number 2? Number 2, 400. Did you find for number 2? Yes or no? Yes, I will check number 2. Right now, you do number 3. Number 3. What is number 3? How do you read this? 360. So we find the square root of 360. Now we find the square root of 360 is equals to, how do you write the square root of 360? Root under 360. Okay? This is the square root of 360. It is root 360. So did you factorize? Did you factorize? Okay, if you not yet factorize, I will show you here. Now you have to tell me, what number did you start to factorize? 5 or 2? What number did you start? What number did you write here? 5 or 2? You can write 5 also, you can write 2 also, okay? Understand? We write 2 because this is even number. And we write 5 because 0 and 5 can be easily divided by 5. 5 how many times? 5 how many times? 5 how many times? You can divide to 36. 6, 5 6 are? Or 5 7 are? 7 are 35. Remainder how many? 1. Now we have 10. 5 how many times 10? 2. Now this is 72. It is 72, right? Can you divide by 5? No. We divide by 2. 36. 2. How many? 18. 2 how many? 9. 3. 3. So how many squares we have? Let's see. 3 square. We have 3 square. We have 2 square. But we don't have another square. Do you understand this? So we can write 360. We have 5 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Now we separate root under 5 and 2. These two numbers have no square. No squares, right? But we have squares and squares. So we separate them as 2 square and 3 square. Do you understand this? Yes or no? Yes? So we can cancel this. What do you get? 5 times 2, 10. And this is root 10 because you cannot find the square root. We have 2 times 3. How much is 2 times 3? 6, and root 10 cannot be changed into the root number. So we have found root under 360 is 6 root 10. Okay? So 6 root 10, is it a perfect square number? No. So what you found? 360. We found that 360 is not a perfect square. So what you found? You found that 360 is not a perfect square. Understand? Okay, next questions you practice at home and we will continue the same topic next week, okay? You can try another questions at home. 4, 5, 6. You can try at home. Next week, bring the same worksheet. Anyone absent today? How many?